What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing some more Soulstone Survivors, continuing the series, and we're going to go for a big beam build today. You know beams are some of the best abilities in the game, and there's no one better to accentuate that than the Elementalist. You can check out the runes here if you would like to. I do have on singular focus because I might want to try to get some stacking beams, like I might try to get beams that I already have, maybe twice or something. Gonna go in the Whispering Grove here, not much in the way of curse, of course, because I want to do a fun build. When I do fun builds, I don't much go for crazy curse. Because that's not what we're here for, baby. We're here for fun build. We're not here for slam my face into the wall because I got stuck on a tree and then I got killed by 5 bosses sucking my TTs at once. So, yeah, that's kind of the loop of Soulstone, though. Alright, let's beat these guys up. Of course, the Elementalist might be one of my favorite characters nowadays. I mean, he's very strong. Both of his weapons are insanely good. And we know beam builds can be very, very strong in themselves. But I haven't done one where I had, like, all the beams, I'm pretty sure. So that's what we're going for today. I really just want to focus these beams. And with singular focus, we can do a complete beam build. Usually you don't have enough beams to make every single ability beams. But with this one, we're going to be able to. And that's what I'm excited to try. Gotta get lucky here and see if we can keep getting beams. Sometimes the thing with singular focus is you can go for a lot of beams. Perfect. Light beam immediately. Lightning beam. And then light beam. Awesome. But then you just get unlucky and you don't get those other beams, you know, when you're rolling for them. Yeah, so let's hope we don't get that a bunch, but that might be the case. We're gonna hope it's not, but we'll see. When stuff gets stacking up with the beam build, it can be kind of hard to kill them because they're all in the way, but there's actually some area damage coming off these beams, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's a lot of direct damage with these beams. It's not as much area damage, so gotta be careful of that. We're not very fast either. Some movement speed would be very nice. I don't think I'm gonna go too much in the way of defense when it comes to like block power and health, but a little bit can never hurt anybody. And in fact, the entire point of those is that they hurt less when you have those abilities, or passes, I should say. These guys will die in 1 second, give me a lot of XP, hopefully, and then we can go ahead and do some levels here. Sure, let's go for that. Let's go for some cast frequency. Give me the beams. Another light beam, honestly. Serve it up, baby. I'll take it. And then lasting here, let's love it. Let's love it. Let's love it. The more brittle we can stack, the faster we can just shred big things like bosses. And then we have dazed coming off the other one. We need our, what is it, arcane beam, I think it is the one that does like the most damage. It just straight up damage instead of just applying effects with damage. So if we can get that one, that will do the most damage while the other ones apply the effects, and obviously they'll be doing damage too. We want to get a lot of multicast chance, so we can just have a bunch of beams coming out at once. Magic missiles is nice, but now what we want here, another lightning beam? Yeah, why not? You can go away. We'll take some crits for sure. Crits are nuts with a build like this. No thanks. I do love these abilities, but hey, perfect. Honestly, yeah, what if I just take a second arcane beam as our last ability, and then we just have 2 of each? It's kind of perfect, isn't it? But we are a beamy boy. I love this. Just call me Laser Pointer Larry. This is absolutely nutty right now. Okay, it's just interesting seeing what the actual like area damage coming off these beams is, because it's obviously not just one target at once. It can hit several targets at once, but it's weird looking at how it actually works. Oops, I didn't know I was gonna get 2 bosses at once. Alright. Can I get one more arcane beam? Not this time, so unfortunately we'll have to take something else for now. Just give me a meteor, whatever. Ooh, holy damage please, yes, 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 and some crits. Alright, let's try to kill Fireboy here first. Gonna stack up the brittle. Oh, that's gonna be a laser beam, so we're gonna be careful of that. Oh, he got cooked! Gonna be a little tough to hit that guy for a second. There we go. Oh, you're going down, big boy. They're gonna call you little boy when I'm done with you, because your dick is gonna be shriveled. Adios, amigo. Okay, yeah, I can see this getting real nutty when our damage actually stacks up. And our multicast and stuff, we just gotta get it going. But once that happens, we're gonna be shredding. We're gonna be shredding like an absolute boogie boarder, let me tell you that much. Let's see what you got for Papa here. We can banish some abilities just so we have a better chance of getting that last arcane beam. Here's the other option. I can go for might instead of another arcane beam. This is 1163. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? XP, of course. Another bite would be funny, but we're not going to do it. And cast frequency is perfect. Can I kill you really quick so I can get back to the corner? You know we love the corner strats around here, and that's what we're going for, baby. Just pump that might as much as possible. We won't even need another arcane beam because we can just use our might to get a bunch of extra damage coming off of that. And then that'll cascade down to every single one of our beams. We stack a bunch of brittle, we stack a bunch of dazed, we get a bunch of extra crit, and then our beams will just be crazy even without 2 arcane beams. 2 arcane beams might be the best call, but it's not what we're going to do this time. This is going to be good. Ooh, I really want that movement speed, but I'm not going to go for it. Interesting. I will take the multicast though. Multicast, absolutely nutty, of course, especially with a build like this. Okay, that is what we're talking about, baby. Alright, it's starting to pop, it's starting to pop. Area modifier is actually really good on beams because you can just get them really thick, and as you can see here, you know, it's the wider thing than you think. That's the weird thing about beams. You think it's just one little straightforward laser pointer, but no, it actually has some splash damage, I think, is what it might kind of be. So there's a second arcane beam. We're not going to go for it. Ooh, beautiful. And some health is not something I'll shy away from. I don't think we'll need too much. We're not on a super high curse level here. I would honestly rather just have the movement speed so we can just dodge abilities. It's not like we're going to get a bunch of ability spam on the screen that's going to block me from being able to see stuff because we just have beams, you know? What are we looking for though? 100% uptime on our might would be awesome, and then having the might be as strong as possible, and then just levels straight into our beams is obviously very good for us as well. Multicast. Ooh, baby! XP is something we love. Some crits, and then some lasting area modifier. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of killing it now. My prediction, the next bosses that spawn are going to die in... I think I might be able to kill both of them in 5 to 8 seconds. As long as I can get close to them when they spawn. Where are they? Your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, a little off, but not too far off. If I could have found them a little quicker, I think I could have done it. Crits, movement speed, yes please. Area, and then... Ooh, hubba. Papa likey the multicast. I'm liking this. Yeah, we're pretty strong is I think one way you could put it. I mean, look at that area modifier. That's crispy. I think beams are probably one of the strongest abilities in the entire game, which makes sense. They're very good direct damage. They're made to be strong, and I think they need to be strong for the balancing of the game to make sense. I don't know if they'd ever need like a nerf necessarily, because again, I really do think that they need to be strong for the overall balance of the game to make sense. There are some things when it comes to the balancing of this game, such as like chain lightning, which they have been working on actually trying to get more in balance with its damage. And you don't want to make something like that too strong in terms of its damage or its chaining, because it would go from an add clear ability to add clear and direct damage being way too good. When something is really good with direct damage and add clear, then it's kind of like, why would you ever not pick it, you know? And when you have an ability where you just say, why would I ever not pick this, which is kind of the point that these beam abilities are bad, to be fair, then it kind of takes away the balancing point of that ability, because it's like, well, if you would ever just not pick this, then it's OP, right? Doesn't that kind of suggest that that ability is OP if it's good in every single situation? But then I guess it becomes, is there not an appropriate time for an ability to be OP? Like, should this ability not be OP for the sake of balance, you know? I think there's an argument to be made there. And I think that there's no better example of that than light beams. Them being OP is kind of good for the health of the game, which is something you don't usually see in games. You don't usually want to see something as OP, but I think it works in this game for this ability, to be honest with you. That was good there. Got some movement speed and dashes. Skipped a little damage for it, honestly, because I just wanted that movement speed and dash. Not completely fine skipping some damage for that. This is dang good, I gotta tell ya. We went for a infinite mode last time, so we'll go for the Overlord portal on this one. Sorry, no voting on this video. I know I usually have you vote in the comments when I get to those extra portals, but not this time, Chief. We're not going to do it. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll tell you what I did the other day for the first time. I made mashed potatoes. So a couple videos ago I was telling you I got to get like a Five Guys or a McDonald's burger, right? I ended up going with the Five Guys burger. It was absolutely slapped. I don't regret it in the slightest. I fucking destroyed it. And then the next night, I was like, I needed to make dinner. What do I even have? I didn't really have much, but I had a burger in the freezer. And I was like, I just had a burger yesterday, but also me American, me like burgie. So I made a burger. It was absolutely slapped, but I was like, I need to side with this. And I had some potatoes, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to like make fries or something again and have the same exact meal. What if I make mashed potatoes? It's a side that I never made by myself before, and so I was like, you know what? I want to try this out, and just, you know, it's something else I can add to my repertoire of meals in the future. And it came out pretty damn good. I can say so myself. I was pretty proud of myself. I got some extras in the fridge. I'm gonna be gnashing on that for a few extra meals. But I was very happy with that. I mean, it's pretty easy. You know, you just peel the little suckers. It took a little bit for me to realize. I mean, I have a potato peeler, but it was not easy to peel them at first. I was like, this is weird. And then I was like, oh, I see. And once I got the rhythm down, I was like, okay. Peeling potatoes is, I mean, it is easy, obviously. You could make that its own little metaphor. It's as easy as peeling potatoes. And I'd be like, true. But, yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty proud of myself. Obviously not a hard side to make, but still a very good one. We're gonna full heal here as we get out of this stage. There we go. We're gonna go Overlord, like I said. 834, almost a sub 8-minute run. Not quite, but very close. If I had a little more area damage, we probably would have done it, but we weren't quite there. Go ahead and get down the corner here. Now, melting bosses is kind of our specialty here, so I don't expect it to be too much trouble. I'm going to take a sip of water here if I can. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff, baby. That is the good stuff. You know, I was playing with some of my subscribers the other day on Destiny 2 doing a community event, and at one point, they were making me say stuff in like an ASMR voice, because it's funny, one of the oldest comments I've gotten ever since like the first video I made was, man, I love your voice. Do you do ASMR stuff? Like those kind of comments. I don't know what it is. And it's funny too, the dichotomy of humanity where some people hate my voice, some people like just love it. You know, because you get two kind of comments where it's like, I either love your voice, or you do ASMR and all this, and then you got the ones that are like, man, why do you sound like you're always whispering? Like, well, are you in Mama's basement or something? And it's like, dude, I know you're kind of conditioned to every YouTuber having to scream in your ears every 3 seconds because loud equals funny, but in real life, not everyone does that. Some people are actually soft-spoken and regular humans. Anyways, that's me. Regular human. But it's just like, man, people be funny. Take a little health there, sure. Take some crit. But at one point they were telling me to say things in like an ASMR voice, and I was kind of doing it. It was just, oh man, funny stuff. But I was like, all right, never again. Well, they said, how many subscribers to do a video where the entire time you do it in ASMR? Those guys got melted, by the way. It's hilarious. And I was like, you know what? We just hit 3K a little bit ago. 4K, I would do that. I think it'd be pretty funny if people actually wanted to see that. If people wanted to see that, I would do it for the meme, or maybe I would just do it for like April Fools or something. If I do that for April Fools and you already saw this, then pretend like you didn't see it coming. But I suppose if I hit 4K before April, which hopefully is the case, definitely should, then it would definitely come before April Fools. Let's go. Movement speed, we'd love to see it. Okay, potency is awesome. But I don't know. It always makes me laugh. I don't like ASMR. It just feels weird in my ears, but I think I understand it. I understand why people like it. I mean, maybe I'd do that one day. Make an ASMR channel. It'd be pretty funny. I don't even know what to do though. Are there ASMR instructional videos, or should I just go watch other people that do ASMR and then record it myself and just like kind of imitate what they do? Maybe that's a big brain idea. Isn't there like praising ones where people are like, oh, I'm so proud of you? Are they doing like ASMR voice and people are like, yes, and they like didn't get enough, you know, praise from mommy and daddy growing up, so they like watch that so they can feel good about themselves. Which, I mean, no shame if you do, because honestly, it sounds like a good confidence booster, to be completely honest with you, but maybe I should do that. Just praise people in a very low tone. Hey, Slugger, you did great today. You really crushed it at that work meeting / school event. I don't know. I guess cover all the bases. When covering all the bases, I should be like, oh, you did really good at that community volleyball league today. You did great. Love how you spiked that ball. That would be my... I'd have a different ASMR voice, but that's just an example of the actual content that would be in it. You let me know, am I on the right path? Unless you don't know, in which case, don't let me know, because I want the opinion of somebody who does know. But definitely let me know if you do know. I'm interested. I think it would be pretty funny. Seems like an interesting community. I don't know. Seems like a community that kind of gets, like, dunked on a lot. Which, oh my god, they got, speaking of getting dunked on, fucking Shaquille O'Neal over here, absolutely putting the boot up those guys' tuchuses. Ow, they got smacked, dude. That's hilarious. This build is so strong. And I knew it was going to be. This wasn't a build that I was coming into like, oh, I wonder if it's going to be strong. Like, no. I have more than 3 brain cells. I knew this run was going to be strong. I just didn't know how strong it was going to be. And let me tell you, I'm going to need a new pair of trousers after this one because these things are soaked. In what? I'm not going to tell you that, but yeah, this is a good run. Very impressed. If you have any run requests you want to see, let me know. Leave those in the comments. I'd love to go ahead and check them out. I've been having fun just doing, well, fun builds lately. Experimenting with things, using singular focus a lot, and synergetic, doing some crazy stuff like that. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I'd go ahead and watch that. Somebody suggested I do a build with the Death Knight, where I do like a bunch of poison and movement speed, and it was crazy. That build was absolutely strong as heck too. In the video before that, I did an Elementalist run where I got a sub 8 minute run. Ooh, I've had some nutty builds lately. Just coming up off the top of my head, like, hey, maybe I should try this out, maybe I should try this out. And then I go and I try it out, and I'm like, yeah, this was a good idea. There are so many different combinations of abilities you can do in this game. Heck, I even had a strong run by just doing completely Chain Lightning. I did a complete Chain Lightning build, where that was the only ability I used, except for, like, I think either a Might or a Bloodlust, it was something like that, just to use a little buff on it. And it was so strong. I had a great time with that. I also did a Death Knight build where I did only aura abilities. That was a very strong run as well. Those ones not as strong as something like this, obviously, but that's my point, is even offhand, off-canny stuff like that can be very strong. And that's what's fun about this game, is you can make those weak things like that with these certain rune combinations very strong. I really appreciate that. I like when a game has the flexibility to make anything work, make anything viable, and it makes it so much more interesting in my opinion. Sure, this is some good stuff here. But obviously this is a very clear example of something that you expect to be strong, and then it is. You know, I mean, there was no universe in which this was ever not going to be a very strong run. But I think that's fine. I really do. Hey, whose beam do you think is bigger, buddy? I appreciate that you actually tried to cast that, but you're living in a world where you just did not stack up. Let me tell you that much right now. Gosh dang. Dude. You know my favorite part of the fact that it's like winter right now is I can just slurp down hot cocoa and not get judged. I really appreciate that. Yo, did I tell you that our toilet was broke? I feel like I was talking about this in an episode the other day. Maybe I didn't talk about this. Okay, so it was broken. This is very annoying. We got a new one put in. And my dad like already clogged it earlier. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't the plumber or anything. I think he actually just took like the fattest shit in all of the 7 realms and reclogged it. But it's working again now. But this thing flushes like an airport, not an airport, an airplane toilet. Like it sucks it down. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Kind of scares me because you go and you press the button. First of all, this thing has 2 buttons, right? It has a P button and it has a shit button. And depending on which one you do, you click, you know, which one to suck it down harder or like softer, I guess you would say. But it's just so funny to me because I mean, they don't really have much of a difference, to be honest with you. They both go equally as hard. Well, the poop one does go a little harder, but I mean, it should, obviously, that's the whole point. But it's not that much harder. It's just funny to me. But I'm just happy that I actually have a toilet again. And we had another toilet in the house, but this toilet's closer. So, I hope you like that story. You needed to hear about my bathroom, right? That's what you came here for. You're like, a Soulstone Survivor build. That sounds pretty cool. Roger's bathroom also sounds pretty dope, if I can say so myself. And you'll be saying so. For the rest of your life, you'll be telling people how Roger told you about his toilet. Whoa, there's not even any abilities on me. What the heck? That's not very fun. I don't like that. I guess that's my hubris getting punished for just sitting still. But, still, screw you. Oh, buddy, you're lucky you didn't spawn on your friends or you would have been toasted like them. I mean, you did get toasted. I literally put you in the toaster, put you down on the highest setting and let you cook, but you would have been more toasted in a quicker fashion. I can just say that. This is such a strong build. I love it. Yeah, I think Might was a good call. So let's see, level 28 on one of our light beams there. Jeez, that's crazy. How much damage does Arcane Assault do? Arcane Beam? Ooh, 4,600. This shit is cooking. I love to see it. I love to see it. I don't even know. I don't know what builds I want to try after this. This is the last one I'm going to record for tonight. But, I'll have to think of something fun. Maybe a nice holy build or something. Go some crazy crit. That is something I want to try out. Maybe I like the Paladin or something like that. Could be fun. An ice build, actually, is something I haven't really done. Or a big electric build. So maybe an ice and electric build are in order. Could be fun ones as well. I want to do a run where I make Tornado really good, because I was using Tornado the other day when I did that Elementalist run, and it was very, very strong ability. So I want to see if I can make Tornado even stronger, and an all-electric build would be the way to do that, I think. Moving speed. Fragility obviously goes crazy. I wish I could see how big the beam is. Actually, where's, let's see. I'm gonna turn this up really quick. Oh my god, that looks so cool. That's so cool. Wow. Alright, we'll leave this on for the rest of the run just so you guys can see how cool that effect is. And so I can see it because that is just really dope. I love it. It's just constantly up too. We have 100% uptime on that. Alright, that's dope. I'd turn that on more often if it's mostly the high curse levels. Maybe I can keep it a little higher nowadays that I'm not doing as high curse levels. Could probably be fine if I did. Crits. Crits. Let's go. I hope you guys are having a good day. I was actually watching a lot of Rick and Morty today, which I know some people are like, ooh, cringe, but I mean, it is a good show. I fell out of it a while ago, and then haven't got back into it until now. I think what I figured out is I had watched through season 3.5, and then I came back and finished season 3, and now I'm watching season 4. Or I think I just finished 4, and I'm on 5 or something like that, and I think 5 is where they're at right now. Something like that, but it's a good show. I mean, it really is. I kind of fell out of it because of the whole community memes where it was like, you know, you need this much IQ to watch Rick and Morty, and it kind of just like, made the show in turn more annoying for me, and it's not like the show degraded it in any sense just because of that meme or anything, but it was, I don't know, it just became this thing where it was like, if you ever said you watch Rick and Morty, people were like, oh wow, what do you have, 1 million IQ? And you're like, man, can I just like a show? And it was just like a hassle, so I just like kind of stopped watching it and fell out of it. But now I'm glad I started watching it again. Every now and again I kind of just go back and binge it a little bit, so I'm excited to get caught up on it and see how it's going. But it's a darn good show. Highly recommend. Just frag, brother, just frag. After that, I don't know. There's not really Many Netflix shows. Netflix is what I usually watch. Oh my god, this is so strong. Netflix is what I watch more than anything. Of course, there's some other shows like Big Brother that I tell you I'm watching, because I still am. And I'll probably binge more Big Brother as I get into the later seasons and it becomes more of like a game show, because I'm excited for that. But still gotta get there first. But there's just Netflix shows there. Actually, they just released this like trailer where it was like, next season is coming out in 2023, and it was so many things that I was so excited for. There's a lot of shows coming out on Netflix this year that I'm super excited for. It's gonna be a good year for streaming stuff, I think. Oh my god, dude! Wow, I could siege Rome in like half a second with this build. That was incredible. Gonna finish it off there, I think. Now I'm making this run too long. But man, 181 million on Light Beam. That's interesting. Arcane Beam actually that much lower than these two. Huh. Crazy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you want to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future. I would very much appreciate that. This is a daily series after all, so if you do hit that notification bell, you'll get yourself a little daily dose of Roger delivered straight to you every single day. That is it for me today, though, so as always, have a great day.